I'm Paul Bennett at Shoestring Shipyard here in Milbridge, Maine. We're located along Maine's Bold Coast, not very far from the U.S.-Canadian border. Well, this week's video isn't quite what I had originally planned, and I had some other things going on, but there's a brand new addition to the Shoestring Shipyard fleet, and I just picked it up yesterday from a fella down in Waterville, Maine, about maybe 130 miles or so from here. Got a pretty good price. Well, I'll show you. Let me show you what it's all about. This is a 1975 Dolphin 23. It's a sloop, and came from Canada. Well, this is the part where I start doing a voiceover and a bunch of re-editing. Some of the video has been cut out from the original, and in this part of the voiceover is where there was music in the original, where I had some bogus claims from third world hackers and thieves that have been, they found my channels and started attacking. And I heard about this from other YouTubers, but I didn't really think much of it until they started affecting me. And at first they started attacking my Downeast Thunder Creations channel, and they left Shoestring Shipyard Sailing alone until, just recently now I've started getting attacks here. So unfortunately I cannot, I simply can't keep the same place, the original video, and edit it because the MP4 had the music blended in it. I have no way of separating the music from the video once it's made into an MP4, and I can't do that in its original slot on YouTube. So I had to take that video, do the editing as I'm doing now, then I have to re-upload it. The problem is it doesn't fit in the same slot, so it's posted as like a new video. The only way you can distinguish is that you can see that it's from season 1 and the episode number. And so if you're following along in the older videos and it turns out that you're missing an episode, you just look up here to these newer ones and you can see the season number and episode number so you can keep following along. Anyway, this Dolphin 23 that I bought, I thought, originally, at first glance, it looked like it was in good enough condition. I mean, it needed work, but it looked like it was good enough to where, with a little bit of work, I could probably just sail it. In which case, I was just going to start shopping for a different donor boat, because originally that's what I wanted it for, as a donor boat for Ura, my 18-foot pocket cruiser that I'm still building. But once I got into it, I discovered that there was some pretty serious issues, and I really didn't want to get into that much work while I'm still building my other boat. So I decided that my original intention would come into fruition, and this would just be a donor boat. So I was able to harvest the winches, a bunch of the hardware, the mast and the boom, and of course the trailer. And I still have the hull, and the hull is still complete. The hull itself is fairly solid. It would make a good power boat if you wanted to use it for fishing, that kind of thing. And I'd give it away to anybody who wants it. But if I don't hear from anybody, then I think I'm just going to end up cutting it up and just getting rid of it because I really don't need it, and I just can't leave it laying around. So anyway, this Dolphin 23, it had some pretty good hardware on it. Some of it I couldn't use. It was just corroded. Some of the hinges from the hatches, they just crumbled when I started to take them apart. And the bow pulpit was damaged. I don't think I even want to use that. But the winches were pretty good, and some of the other hardware was okay. So I did harvest those. And the mast I've already done a lot of refurbishing on. You'll see in other videos. And so I continue to work on it. So I apologize for this part. This is just the way it goes. I'm going to continue with, with editing. I got a few more of these that were attacked, these videos from these hackers. And so I'm going to keep going through, re-editing and reposting. So you'll see a few more of these older videos posted, just so I can keep the library intact. Anyway, I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you very much. Thanks for all my subscribers and viewers for staying with me. Much appreciated.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit